we have an excellent connection.
Buenos dias, familia. As we prepare to welcome our students back to school on Tuesday, I wanted to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for each and every one of you. Firstly, I want to acknowledge the tremendous effort that you have all put forth to ensure that our schools are ready to receive our precious students once again. From administrators to teachers, custodian to counselor, bus driver to nurses and central office staff, and everyone in between, your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed. You truly go above and beyond to create a safe and nurturing environment for our children. You have played an invaluable role in preparing our schools for this momentous day, and for that, we are incredibly grateful. As our students step foot into their classrooms once again, they will be met with a nurturing and supporting environment thanks to your hard work. You have created a space where they will learn, grow, and thrive, surrounded by educators who genuinely care about their success. So on behalf of the entire San Antonio community, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you. Your dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment to our children's education have made a lasting impact. Your efforts not only shape minds, but also touch hearts. As we step into this new academic year, let us remember that we're not just a school district, but a familia. We are united by a common goal to provide an exceptional education and create a nurturing environment for all our students. Together, we can inspire them to dream big, to unleash their potential, and achieve greatness. So let's embrace the power of familia and approach the upcoming year with open hearts and open minds. Let's continue to support one another, uplift one another, and create a place where every student feels valued, heard, and encouraged to reach their full potential. Thank you once again for everything you have done and will continue to do. Your hard work and dedication are truly the cornerstone of our success as a district. I am immensely proud to be part of such an incredible familia. Wishing you all a fantastic school year filled with joy, growth, and endless possibility. Let's make this year one to remember.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Prom 2023 is just around the corner, and you want to look your best. At Rex Formal Wear, we've got you covered. Choose from a wide range of styles and sizes and let our expert staff help you find the perfect fit. Don't wait. Come in and reserve your tuxedo today. Visit now and be the talk of the night.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce the anxiety and stress of the situation through caring, understanding, and clear communication. In San Antonio, call the law offices of Carlos Quezada at 210-606-6568 or visit us in person at 2823 East South Cross Boulevard.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. Readapting historical sites takes a little longer, but Brooks is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for the future.
Do you own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
The On-Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On-Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On-Par Golf.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Get ready. Grab it, let's go.
Go, Victor! Hold it! Now!
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce the anxiety and stress of the situation through caring, understanding, and clear communication. In San Antonio, call the law offices of Carlos Quezada at 210-606-6568 or visit us in person at 2823 East South Cross Boulevard.
Softball. And we welcome you to SAISD Sports Complex, the beautifully renovated sports complex here. This is the first event that will be hosted in this beautifully renovated SAISD Sports Complex here right on the campus of Burbank High School. The Alamo Heights Mules have taken this short trip. The Brackenridge Eagles will be hosting them. And, boy, what a great job the SAISD, the district in general, athletics specifically has done with the stadium, a brand-new turf and goalposts, and it's beautiful. The football field was first to finish. The soccer field's behind us. We were told that they'll be finished in a week or two. A baseball field, the main baseball field and the main soccer field will also undergo renovation, and they'll be ready by the time baseball and softball season starts. But here we are. It's game number one. This is Robert Villafranca. We are on RC Audio Sports 2, our new and our second and our new YouTube channel. Robert Villafranca here alongside Haley Wilson. Haley will handle the play-by-play duties. We've got Cesar Mendez up on the roof of the press box with Dylan Organ handling the camera work, and in support here, Miss Lena helping us out here, making sure that we're keeping everything in order. But Haley, looking out this press box, brand new, newly renovated stadium. What do you think?
Yeah, it's beautiful. We had the chance to call a few games here last season. I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, Coach, we had one weather delay that lasted for quite a while.
About an hour.
It lasted for a minute here. We were getting hungry up in the booth, but should be an exciting matchup tonight. We had the chance to chat with both coaches and get some pregame interviews for our Martinez and Associates pregame show. Coach, what if we show the crowd what Coach Ritterman thinks of his Alamo Heights Mules in the pregame show real quick?
Well, let's do that right now.
Haley Wilson here with RC Audio Martinez and Associates pregame show. I'm here with the head coach of the Brackenridge Eagles of the Alamo Heights Coach Manning.
Let's try that again.
Haley Wilson here with RC Audio Sports. This is the Martinez and Associates pregame show. I'm here with Coach Ritterman of the Alamo Heights Mules. Coach, before we get into the X's and O's, know you guys had the Peanut Butter Bowl last week. Can you just talk a little bit about the part you guys play in bringing that to the community every year?
Yeah, so Steve Teal and I started this a long time ago, about 6 or 7 years ago. And what's really been cool or a proud moment is just to see how it's grown, how all the communities of Texas high school football and the head coaches have jumped on board with it. I think we have 85 or 86 schools this year participating. And from what I'm hearing, we haven't totaled anything yet. We've set an all-time record again this year more than ever, which all just goes to feed hungry children and hungry families. So it's a win-win for everybody. We get to play football, and we get to use our platform to do something really cool in the communities.
I love it. Well, speaking of football, we're here, big district game tonight. Coach, you guys crushed it in district last year, undefeated, but you did graduate 13 first-team all-district players. I know Michael Terry's a name we're probably going to call out a bit tonight. Tell us a little bit more about who we can expect to call out on both offense and defense up in the play booth.
Well, as far as calling names, it's kind of an unknown. But I would encourage you all, besides offense and defense, is that we've been really good in the kicking game, in special teams, and we probably won the game last week because of special teams. So you'll hear some names there, and to be honest with you, we have some new faces in there this week. It could be anybody that steps up, and that's what's exciting about a week 2 game is that we know we're going to be better than last week. We've had a great week of practice, but we've got a bunch of good high school football players that are excited to play. And I couldn't even begin to guess a name off the roster that will stand out tonight. I know y'all will figure it out probably long before I do, because if you find yourself saying a kid's name 3 or 4 or 5 times, that's that guy for this week. And we expect that to be, several guys on defense, several on offense, and again in the kicking game. We need to be kicking all 3 cylinders tonight, so that we can say that we've raised the bar and made our team better.
Perfect. And then last question for you. First game in district. We have Brack out here. You said you guys had a really solid week in practice. What were you focused on, and what do you think is going to be the key to victory tonight?
Well, the key is what it is every week. Offensively, we got to protect the ball, not have any turnovers. We got to execute as one, and then our playmakers got to make plays. When you have a chance to make a big block, a big catch, a big throw, or whatever, you have to make it. Defensively, it's about getting lined up. It's about communicating what the call is, and it's about playing with your hair on fire and running after that ball and creating turnovers when you get there. And if we can do that at a better rate and a higher level of execution than last week, then we can check that box that we're improving. And for a week 2 game, that's what you're looking for. It just so happens in our district, it is a district game against a good opponent. They've got athletes. They've got a great new coach. I know him. So it ought to be a great football game.
Love it. Well, this was the Martinez & Associates pregame show. Quick interview here with Coach Ritteman. We will be right back.
Martinez & Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez & Associates at 210-337-1111.
Haley Wilson back here with the Martinez & Associates pregame show. I'm here with the head coach of the Brackenridge Eagles, Coach Manning. Coach, excited to be back, Friday Night Lights. I know you're bringing a lot of new excitement into this program. I guess just talk about what it means to you to be part of the Brackenridge football team.
Yeah, a lot of proud traditions here at Brackenridge High School. Great kids. Community's been amazing. Administrative team's been awesome to work with, but definitely a unique situation coming in late, having to hire a bunch of assistants. Our entire coaching staff is new, and it's a very unique situation, especially for someone coming into their first head job, right? Mm-hmm. So, but we're getting over the hill, right? We're starting to get over the hump right now and starting to feel like we get a little bit of rhythm. Guys are starting to check certain boxes, players and coaches alike, and that's when it starts to get fun.
Yeah, I love it. And we see the team warming up behind us. What players can we expect to talk a lot about up in the booth, both on the side, offensive and defensive sides of the ball?
Yeah, so we really we got out of 2 guys on offense, out of our running back, Elias Gonzalez, number 7, and then also Dominic Campos out there on the edge, number 9, our receiver that's making some big plays. He scored one last week, a tough outing, but he got to celebrate a little bit, and I gave him a hug. It was the first one at Brackenridge High School, and we were happy about that. But Elias is a tough runner. He's a physical kid. I have a couple other kids that we're hoping to come on here later on. Probably won't see a lot of them tonight, but looking forward to an exciting year.
Love it. And then, again, first district game, we have Alamo Heights. They were undefeated in district last year. What have you guys been focused on in practice this week, and what do you think is the key to a W tonight?
We're focused on us. So we're focused on getting better every week. We're focused on doing what we're supposed to do, right? If we do what we're told to do, if we do what we're coached to do, then we're going to be successful. It doesn't matter who we play. It could be Alamo Heights. It could be Sam Houston. Whoever it's going to be this year, it's going to come down to us just being who we're supposed to be, being a physical football team, enjoying the game, playing it with class, and having a lot of fun at the same time.
Love it. Well, this was Coach Manning. We will be right back with the rest of the pregame show.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
La familia no es una cosa importante, es todo. At SAISD, family is practicing and making art. It's fulfilling your duty with honor. It's playing to win and changing lives through learning. Familia is getting you ready for college or getting you ready for your career. And at SAISD, the founding school district in the Alamo City, familia is not an important thing. It's everything. And it's available to any student, no matter where they live. So come join our familia. Now enrolling. Log on to SAISD.net/enroll for more information. Or call 210-554-2660.
And we are back here. You can see the national anthem is just now wrapping up.
The Brackenridge High School JROTC handling the color guard duties for this evening's football game. The Alamo Heights Mules, of course, have traveled here to SAISD Sports Complex on the campus of Burbank High School. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Haley Wilson. We're on RC Audio Sports YouTube channel too. Haley, tell us what we're going to see tonight.
You had a chance to hear both of our pregame interviews. We spoke with both Coach Manning and Coach Ritteman. Alamo Heights coming in off of a hot year last year, 11-2 overall, 9-0 in district champions, which surprise, they're not very new to district champions in 2022, 2021, 2020, but the Mules did graduate 13 all-district first teamers, so there are going to be some different Mules that are going to step to the plate or to the gridiron today, if you will. When we asked Coach Ritteman, hey, who should we watch for? He said, truthfully, I don't know. Anybody on the team could step up at any point of the game. And so he wouldn't even be able to narrow it down as to who's going to have a stellar performance today. We're going to see Brackenridge. They won the toss, elected to receive. So Alamo Heights going to get us started. Kicker number 31, Linus Flores. He's a senior, kicking off for the Mules. And Brackenridge is going to see if they have the will in them to get on the scoreboard first in this football game.
So it's the Alamo Heights Mules that'll be kicking off. As Haley said, 3 straight district championships for the Alamo Heights Mules, looking for their 4th consecutive here as they kick the ball off.
Great kick by Flores. Brack tries to get it up, gets to it right around the 12-yard line. That kick was returned by tight end number 88, Bennett Johnson, number 88, a wide receiver for Brackenridge, Michael Gonzalez. And that is going to bring out the Brack offense.
Great sightlines here at the SAISD Sports Complex. A brand new artificial turf has just been laid down. Goalposts, lighting that will be obvious as the sun goes down here in a few minutes. But what a great job SAISD, this community, has done with the renovation of this venue, Haley.
We got number 3, looks like Jalen Guerra, set back at QB for Brack tonight. Next to him, Elias Gonzalez Tiernan, one of the running backs here for the Eagles. And we'll see if the Eagles can strike first and get something going on offense here. The quick pass outside to Gonzalez Tiernan. He's going to pick up a handful of yards, but a good, just short little pass from Jalen Guerra to get this offense started.
The Alamo Heights and Mules will line up most of the time in an even-fronted defense, a 4-front and 3 linebackers. Occasionally they'll bring one of those DBs up and give you a 4-4 look, but you will see the Alamo Heights Mules defense for the most part here tonight in a 4-3 and 4 defensive back alignment.
Starting quarterback for the Eagles, number 3, Jalen Guerra.
Snap. The fake handoff right up the middle to Gonzalez Tiernan again. But didn't look like he got anywhere on that one. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
For the Brackenridge Eagles, the offensive line, Josh Arcos, Amari Gonzalez, Josh Vasquez, Dominic Gomez, and Polo Ibarra. The quarterback is Jalen Guerra. And you'll see Mikey Canizales as a back. The Z-back, Zeke Sanchez, Aurelio Garcia, and Dominic Campos will also play the wideouts.
3rd and 6. Brack looking to convert. Snaps a little bit low, but looks like there was a little bit of confusion on the route there. So that is going to be a 4th and 6 for the Eagles. It's going to bring out the special teams unit, going to bring out the punting squad. It looks like Guerra was on a different page than Esquiziel Sanchez.
A lot of read on those routes, Haley. A lot of times you wait and see what the defensive back is going to do. If you feel like you can get behind him, you keep on running. If you feel like you can't, you're going to cut it short. What he saw, what the quarterback saw, were 2 different things, obviously. And an incomplete pass brings up a 4th and about 8 yards. Brackenridge is set to punt.
Punt, nice high kick there. Caught by the Mules. Number 14, Trip Johnson. He is tripped up, no pun intended, right at the 50-yard line. So short return for Trip, about 10 yards or so. That's going to bring out the Alamo Heights offense.
Haley, let's get one thing established here early in the season. Puns can be intended, all right? So you go for it.
And the Mules offense led by number 10 quarterback Colin Ernst here. And they're going to take over right at the 50-yard line, so pretty good field position, Coach, for their first offensive drive. We got a couple of receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Ernst drops back, has a little bit of space in the pocket. He goes long, and he's going to looking for Oliver Duffin, but the pass was broken up. Great defense there by number 9.
Dominic Campos playing some defense, and he had some catching up to do, as it looked like the receiver had gotten behind him. That was Michael Terry, the 3rd. We talked about him, and he got behind the defense, but a nice job of catching up there by Dominic Campos. The official looked like he contemplated maybe throwing that flag, but he's going to let it go. First play of the offensive series here for the Alamo Heights Mules.
And Coach Manning talked about Campos in the pregame interview, so not surprised to see him involved in the defense for Brack very early here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. A little bit of action towards the quarterback, but DK Garza is going to sneak through. He's going to definitely pick up the first down.
Nice job of Colin Ernst to carry out the fake. I think it froze the defense. We do have a flag back here around the 50-yard line, and the side judge coming over from the Alamo Heights sideline motioning holding, and the umpire getting ready to mark that off against the Owls, Haley. So a nice 12-yard gain nullified by a holding call. It will be confirmed here. We'll let the kind of get ahead of ourselves, but we did get a good preliminary signal. The referee is going to tell us.
And a little bit of a blitz there by Brack. They weren't able to success yet, and that's going to be holding on the Eagles, so that's going to bring them back. But a quick blitz on the Mules caused some sort of, defensive error here for the Mules, and That's going to bring up a long second down here for Alamo Heights, all the way back to 2nd and 20, starting now at the 40-yard line. So the snap to Ernst, the handoff to Michael Terry. He is eventually brought down here by Brack. That's going to be number 99, Damian Martinez. Only a sophomore here for the Eagles.
The Brackenridge Eagles bringing pressure off the left edge, and it kind of left a gap there for Michael Terry. The Brackenridge defense does a good job of pursuing as the blitzing linebacker kind of left a gap there for Terry to gain those 9 yards.
And so this is going to be long, 3rd and 11 for the Mules. Lining up, they got 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the right. Michael Terry lined up on our right-hand side here. And Ernst rolls out left to the side of the pocket. He's going to take it himself, and it is going to be a close one. It looks like he may pick up the first down.
Number 10, Ernest.
Just shy, Haley, about a yard shy of that first down marker. So an interesting call very early in the game, very early in the season. It doesn't look like the punt team for the Alamo Heights Mules has left the sideline. So this must be 4-down territory for Coach Ritterman and the Mules offense. Let's call it 4th down and 2 at the Brack 42-yard line.
So Ernest is going to go for it here. He's got his running backs right to the side, and there is definitely some movement up front. We're going to see who it's going to be called on here. Both teams kind of pointing at each other, so we'll see.
A good thing we have an arbiter here. The officials have to discuss this also. Both sides, different perspectives, and was if the Eagles were drawn off sides by maybe a head movement or a flinch or whatever, that'll be marked off against the Mules. Both teams holding their ground and pointing to the other. The referee is going to tell us it is offsides against Brackenridge. So with a 4th and 2, Coach Ritterman and the Alamo Heights Mules run a little bit of a freeze and a quick count. They draw the defense and move the chains on a 5-yard penalty. So we've got 1 penalty apiece. Alamo Heights with holding, and the Brackenridge Eagles with the costly offsides there on a 4th and 2. The Mules will sustain the drive on the penalty.
So that'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Mules. Ernest's going to take it himself again. Great blocking by his offensive line. He's down to the 20, the 10, right inside the 5 where he's pushed out of bounds. There was a flag on the play down here right around the 27-yard line.
I think that one is coming back, Haley. So 2 big plays by the Mules early called nullified by holding calls. And the Mules did look to have the Brackenridge Eagle pursuits sealed off, and Ernst had a nice little lane into the end zone. But one of those sealers, if you will, was called for holding, and that play will come back. The 10 yards will be marked off from the point of the infraction. So that must have happened at about the 30-yard line. 10 yards back, we'll put it at the 40. We'll replay first and 12 now for the Mules.
First down and 13 for Alamo Heights.
Low snap, the handoff to DK Garza. He is smothered immediately by the Eagle defense.
It was number 30, Ethan Cuellar, for the Brackenridge Eagles defense, getting some penetration in the backfield, and that may not have been a tackle for loss, but there was a very short gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Mules.
Mules doing a good job here on defense. Hurtado in motion. Ernst with the handoff to DK Garza again. That's going to bring up a first down for DK Garza. Chains are going to move.
DK Garza looked like he might have broken that one. A nice tackle by the Brackenridge Eagles secondary denied a touchdown there for the Mules on that 25, reaching, getting very close to the red zone, the Mules are.
So fresh out of downs here for the Mules. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. Ernst takes the snap, hands off again to DK Garza. And a good little block there by Michael Terry up front. Garza is able to pick up a good 5 or 6 yards there.
Brackenridge Eagles cheerleading group bringing the spirit here to the SAISD Sports Complex, keeping the crowd in the game. We're at just under 6 minutes in the first quarter. It's the Alamo Heights Mules driving. They're in the red zone.
So 2nd and 3 for the Mules. Ernst drops back to pass, high floater. Easy money there. That's going to be a touchdown from Ernst over to Michael Terry, the third. And we have a Alamo Heights Mule touchdown here in the first quarter. Alamo Heights up 6-0 on the Brackenridge Eagles.
Let's take another look at that one, Haley. Michael Terry got behind the defense, and sure enough, he's got a pretty good reach. Ernst put that up where only he could get it, and good for a touchdown.
We're going to have the extra kick here, up, and it is good for number 31, Linus Flores. We talked about in the pregame, the kickers for this Mules football team is solid. So Alamo Heights strikes first, up 7-0 on the Brackenridge Eagles. We'll take a quick break with them. You're watching high school football here on RC Audio Sports 2.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention?
We are back here as Alamo Heights just scored. Is going to kick off here. We already have a flag on the play, but the Mules strike first with a nice little quick touchdown pass from Colin Ernst to Michael Terry. And just like you had said, Coach, Michael Terry is likely going to be one of the offensive players that we're going to watch here tonight for this Mules football team.
He's up there above 6 foot for sure. I'm going to guess 6'2", 6'3", and a nice reach. Ernst did a great job of putting that up where he could get it. I'm going to guess that was not a 50-50 ball. That was like about an 80-20 for Michael Terry. But I'm going to guess that Michael Terry is going to be the winner on a lot of 50-50 passes this season.
Brackenridge over here chopping it up on the sidelines. They're going to send their offense out. Weren't able to get much going their first offensive drive, but are going to be looking to bounce back here right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a good little run there for number 7, Elias Gonzalez-Tierren.
Take another look at that nice run here for about a 10-yard gain. We're going to move the chains, and the Brackenridge Eagles get their first down of the evening.
Ball on the 40 for the Eagles. A good run there for the Eagles. Fresh set of downs for Brackenridge. Get it back with the quick handoff again to Elias, but not much room up the middle there. If anything, just right back to the same line of scrimmage. So that is going to bring up a 2nd and 11. So a little bit of a loss of a yard there. Four minutes, 21 seconds left here in this first quarter. 2nd and 11 for the Brack Eagles. Again, the handoff to Gonzalez Thierren. He's able to maybe pick up a yard or two, but that's going to bring up 3rd and long here, 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. So, Guerra not doing much passing so far yet, really just trying to get the ball in the hands of his running backs and see if they can get it done on the ground so far.
Brackenridge Eagles looking over to the sideline for the call. It's a kind of a hybrid huddle. The receivers don't make the huddle with everybody else. They all get the call from the sideline and get coordinated before the snap, and here we go.
Guerra drops back. Hits Gonzalez Thierren again, but he is not able to pick up the first down, so that's going to be 4th and long for the Brack Eagles, and looks like their kicking unit is going to step out on the field again, so great swarming defense by the Alamo Heights Mules. They are locked in on Elias Gonzalez Thierren.
A great play call, too, for the Brackenridge Eagles. They saw the blitz, and they had a screen call, but number 30, Ryan Stetson, read that and came back and covered for the stunting linebackers and made a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and long.
A little bit of a floater kick, and it dies right away before number 21, Omar Padilla, dives on that football, so it doesn't take a favorable bounce for the Mules. So that's going to bring out the Mules offense again. Last time we saw this offensive unit, Ernst hit Michael Terry for the, I don't want to say easy touchdown, but for the effortless touchdown to put the Mules on top.
A very well executed play, made it look easy from up here, but the coverage was there. Ernst put the ball right where it needed to be. Michael Terry and Ernst made a tough play look easy.
So we have Ernst taking it himself, finds a gap up the middle. He is gone, and he is quick to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Ernst is going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. I don't see any flags on the field, and so that is going to be a touchdown for the Alamo Heights Mules. And what a crazy 54-yard touchdown run for Colin Ernst.
Boy, he made something out of nothing there, and how evasive he was. A couple of people touched him in the backfield. It looked like the Eagles had the play read just perfectly, but Ernst, not to be denied, he got through that first wave, and once he got to the second wave, it was a race. He was faster than anybody else on the field.
Big run there for Ernst as the kick is up, and the kick is good. I did see a flag on the play, though, and everyone's slowing down a bit, so we'll see what the call is, but what a fantastic run by Colin Ernst.
And here's the call. It's a personal foul against the Brackenridge Eagles. The extra point is good, and I am going to guess that that will be assessed at the kickoff. We will be right back after a word from one of our sponsors.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
For Alamo Heights, kick off the Brack.
And we bring you back to live action here at the SAISD Sports Complex. The Alamo Heights Mules, three-time district champs, out to a fast start in the first quarter. We haven't reached the 2-minute mark in the first quarter yet. It's 14-0. Ernst on a pass to Michael Terry early in the first quarter, and then Colin Ernst on a keeper just before the break for the second touchdown of the evening. A personal foul on the extra point attempt will be assessed here on the kickoff, so the Mules will have the advantage of kicking off from the Brackenridge Eagles 45-yard line. A lot of times in a situation like this, you'll see an onside kick, not a whole lot to lose here, even if you don't recover. But the Eagles certainly have to be alert to a squib or an onside, maybe even a little bit of a lob kick here.
Number 15, Robert Mickler.
A little bit of a squib there, just like you had said, Coach, but that is recovered quickly by the Brack Eagles. Number 83, Elijah Reyna, sophomore on the team, just dove on it real quick. Wasn't going to give anything away there. So that's going to bring up the Brack Eagles offense, who, Coach, so far have really relied on running the ball, but haven't been able to find really many gaps in this Mules defense.
Thrown the ball only a couple of times here, not with a whole lot of success. They do have one first down in their two previous possessions, but the Mules have done a good job of just stifling the offense and keeping them behind schedule and not letting them move the chains. Let's see the Brackenridge Eagles on their third possession.
Again, so the handoff there to Gonzalez Tiernan. He finds a gap. He's out to the 50. It is shoved out of bounds. A little bit of late action there by the Mules, but no harm, no foul. Fantastic run by number 7, Elias Gonzalez Tiernan for the Eagles. And that's going to bring up a big first down and definitely provide some momentum that this Brackenridge offense needed.
Absolutely, driven out of bounds at midfield. The Eagles thought that he had gotten a little bit beyond that, so they're told to move back onto their end of the field, and their territory. Ball will be snapped right at midfield.
First down and 10, it's 50 for the Eagles.
This Eagle offense so far led by Guerra and Gonzalez Tiernan. There he goes up the middle again. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 2 on the play for the Eagles.
Excuse me, 2nd and 8.
So we hit the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. The Brackenridge Eagles here marching. They are in Mule territory for the first time this evening. The
snap, the handoff again, but he is getting stuffed by the Mules defense.
Number 7 was loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles.
Elias Gonzalez Tijerina looking for some yardage around the right side of the Eagles offensive line. He had a nice play on this side of it. They do get the ball across the 50-yard line, so the Eagles in Alamo Heights Mules territory for the first time this evening. As the clock winds down to about 1 minute, the Eagles will have to hurry to get this one off, as the play clock is down to 2 and 1, and they're not going to be able to get that. Nobody looking at the clock, kind of deliberate there. The Eagles felt like they had a little more time to go, but that was a quick wind down. On a live play, you got 25 seconds, and boy, those 25 seconds can go in a hurry. A 5-yard penalty will put the ball back in Brackenridge Eagles territory. We'll keep it at the 3rd down on the marker. It'll be 3rd down and 14 now from the Eagles' 46-yard line.
And like you said, Coach, this Eagles football team is kind of doing that hybrid offense, so they're all looking to the sideline here for some indication of what plays they're running. As the low snap to Guerra, just a little bit high, was intended for Eskiel Sanchez, but just a little high.
It was a timing route. The snap was not perfect, and Guerra had to reach down for it. And anytime you get a bad snap or just not the perfect snap, it's just hard to throw a timing route. By the time he got his hands on the thread, it was just too late to throw the ball. He did the best he could, and overthrew his intended receiver. But the punt team will be back on the field again. The Brackenridge Eagles will end a drive with a punt. Not exactly what you hope for when you draw up your offense, but the clock stopped with 29 seconds left to go, and the Eagles, Elias Gonzalez Tijerina, back to punt.
In 14, Trip Johnson for the Mules, set back to receive. That ball is going to roll right out of bounds, right at the 19-yard line.
Well, couldn't get much going on offense. The Eagles could not, but that was really an outstanding punt, as it didn't allow for any return, and it went out of bounds inside the 20. This will be the least advantageous field position that the Mules will start a drive from this evening.
Yeah, and good punt there by Gonzalez Tijerina.
Shadows across the stadium, so that turf will start cooling off for the athletes. We're way down now at 98 degrees.
It's shivery. It's cold.
Oh, bring out the jacket. But the shade should help as the game progresses. The sun about to leave us here for the first day of September in 2023.
And that is going to be a big false start there on the Eagles.
Ethan Cuellar was trying to time the snap, and the Alamo Heights Mules expecting that. So Colin Ernst does a good job. He claps for the snap, but it's not an immediate snap every time. And if you take it for granted, you think you can time it, well, you get pulled off sides like the Eagles just did.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Mules. 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the ball is fumbled, and it is recovered by recovered by the Eagles. That's going to be number 72, Sean Hernandez, a junior. And what a play there by the Eagle defense to spark some Eagle offense. Hopefully here with about 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
Haley, right before the snap, I was going to remark that the Eagles had 9 defensive players in the box, and they were really anticipating a run there, and they got some penetration, disrupted the handoff. The ball was loose. The Eagles, all of a sudden, in the red zone, they're going to snap this from the Alamo Heights Mules 15-yard line.
So we'll see if Guerra and Gonzalez Tijerina can keep up this momentum that they're building for the Eagles. Guerra takes the snap, the handoff, a little bit of room up the middle for Gonzalez Tijerina. And that might bring us to the end of the first quarter before the Eagles are going to be able to get another snap off, and it will. So, end of the first quarter here. We will take a quick break. The Alamo Heights Mules are leading the Brackenridge Eagles 14-0, but the Eagles will have the football when we pick up in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel number 2.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we are back here with the second quarter about to kick into full gear. We just had a massive fumble recovery by the Brackenridge Eagles team. Defense, number 72, Sean Hernandez, forced the fumble, picked it up, and left the Eagles with fantastic field position to potentially get on the board with a touchdown.
Down by a couple of scores, the Eagles can narrow the deficit to a single score. They are in the red zone, a 3-yard gain on the previous play, so 2nd down and 7. They can still enough room for them to get a first down before they score. So the Eagles off the sideline, they've got to play. Coach Manning has sent them out.
Guerra and Gonzalez Tiarina. Setback. Guerra's going to take it by himself, is looking for a pocket, but he is swarmed by the Mules.
Quarterback keeper by number 3.
Try to quarterback keep it, but number 30, Ryan Stetson, was all over Guerra.
Boy, just nothing there for the Mules. Defense was just not going to give an inch on that play, and they able to read that one, and they kept the quarterback between the tackles. He wasn't going anywhere. A big defensive line for the Alamo Heights Mules. Lauren Christensen towering over all the Brackenridge Eagles offensive linemen, and he's a big boy, but the other defensive linemen aren't much smaller than he is. Lauren Christensen, the right defensive end.
3rd and 10 here for the Eagles. The pass intended for Dominic Campos, no good. Was smothered by Alamo Heights, number 32, Blake Killian.
Brings up 4th down and 10.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 10.
I don't see a T on the field, so Coach Manning is calling over one of his players. He's got a special formation, 4 receivers over here. He's got 4 receivers on one side, so this is going to be a formation that's going to be tough for the Mules to line up to. No backs and 4 receivers on this side, 1 on the top, empty backfield.
And the ball is lost. And that just fell out of Guerra's hands at QB. And so it looks like that is going to be a turnover recovered by the Mules. So Eagles again had a good offensive stand, but aren't able to convert and put points on the board. And the Mules are going to come back out at the 15-yard line. So not the best field position for the Mules, but Eagles just not able to convert.
Boy, just squandered a great opportunity there after the turnover. They got the ball in the red zone and just weren't. Alamo Heights defense had something to do with that. That's a pretty stout defense. I'm going to guess that they're not going to give up a whole lot of points this year.
No. So the Mules back out on offense. Slow snap, almost fumbled again, but recovered by Michael Terry. He's able to find some space in the outside before he's brought down by Sean Hernandez, who had that fumble recovery earlier. But there is a flag on the play. What did you see? What did you see for this flag, Coach?
Well, personal foul. It was a block below the waist against the Mules, and that's a big one. It's usually a 15-yard penalty. It'll only be half the distance since the ball at the line of scrimmage is a 21-yard line. So half of 21, 10 and a half. The ball going
10
back
and a few inches.
10 and a fraction. So the ball spotted it just outside the 10-yard line. We'll replay first down, and we'll see what the Owls have in mind for this situation.
So 1st and long, 1st and 21 to be exact for the Mules, up 14-0. Snap. And Ernst is going to take it himself. He's up the middle. He is quick, and he recovers from that big loss just a few minutes ago. Ernst is able to pick up a good handful of yards there. It's probably going to bring up 2nd and 2 or maybe 3. We do have an injury on the field, but looks like maybe just a hard hit to the stomach. So we have an Eagle, but walking off on his own power, which you always like to see.
Colin Ernst, how evasive is he? You know, he seems to be surrounded. The play looks to be going nowhere, but just quick jukes left and right, and he's able to make the defense miss. He did that previously on a big gain, and boy, he made up for a lot of that penalty on that play.
Ernst had a 54-yard touchdown himself earlier, ran it half the distance of the field, so we know he has legs. Ernst handoff to Michael Terry. He has found room up the middle, juked out an Eagle. He's down to the 50, is going head-to-head, found more space. Terry down the sideline. He is brought down right around the 17-yard line, but a huge run by Michael Terry. And Coach, look at that one again. Terry just tearing up the field.
He's an outstanding athlete, and he's only a junior. He's going to be an athlete that this San Antonio community is going to really enjoy watching this year and another year of eligibility. Expect big things from Michael Terry III. He's gotten the Mules flip the field. He's in the Brackenridge Eagles red zone.
So ball's right on the 18-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Mules. Ernst with the handoff, the hurdle, and that is going to be a first down. What a run there by Patrick Arriaga.
Little hurdle at the line of scrimmage, and he gets into the secondary. The Eagles really did a good job of keeping him out of the end zone. Great hurdle there at the line of scrimmage.
Like I was playing Madden or something up here. So fantastic hurdle by Arriaga, also a junior on this Mules football team.
Turbocharged.
Press X or square or circle or whatever it is.
I did not even want to go there. I haven't played since Pac-Man.
So that's going to bring up first and goal here for the Mules. Another handoff to Arriaga. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards.
Second and goal for the Mules inside the 5-yard line. Now we are in the second quarter. I need to move that on our scoreboard. We're in the second quarter here in the first district ball game for both of these clubs.
So that is going to be a keep there for Michael Terry. And I'm not seeing anybody signal a touchdown yet.
Quarterback keeper number 2, Terry.
So that was a QB keep for Terry, but no touchdown. So still short. It's going to, again, be third and goal. So the Mules not in there yet. We'll see if the Eagles are able to put up a nice defensive series here.
Coach Ron Ritterman of the Alamo Heights Mules, always creative, a direct snap to Michael Terry. It looks like he's going to get we got a timeout on the field, and somebody wants to talk about it. Timeout, it is the Brackenridge Eagles seeing something that they're having a tough time lining up to. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. Readapting historical sites takes a little longer, but Brooks is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for their future.
And we are back here, third and goal for the Alamo Heights Mules, up 14-0 on the Brackenridge Eagles. Just about 8 minutes left here. Mules putting together a really good offensive series, but Brackenridge not giving up yet on defense. The low snap and the easy flick over the middle from Michael Terry directly to Bennett Johnson, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Mules.
Little jump pass there from Michael Terry. Looks familiar. I think we've seen that before. University of Florida. Tom Tebow made that play famous. Michael Terry running it tonight here at the SAISD Sports Complex. The Mules taking a 20-0 lead, 7:59 to go.
And Linus Flores perfect tonight. Low snap. Doesn't matter. That's going to be good. And so the Alamo Heights Mules up 21-0 on the Brackenridge Eagles. We're going to take a quick break with them before the Eagles come back here on offense. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
And we are back here. Alamo Heights up big, 21-0 on the Brackenridge Eagles. Short little jump pass from Michael Terry III to Bennett Johnson. A junior-to-junior connection here for Alamo Heights, and the Mules coach are just clicking offensively.
We thank you for joining us here on our new and second RC Audio Sports channel as the Alamo Heights Mules kick that ball off to the Eagles.
And that is going to be an immediate bring down there. What a fantastic tackle by number 22, Will Broderick, for the Mules. Gave the Eagles nowhere to go on that punt return, or excuse me, on that kickoff return. So that's going to bring out the Alamo Heights defense, Brackenridge offense. And Coach, Eagles, we've seen some spurts of excitement on offense, but just really haven't been able to piece everything together so far.
And some big plays have gotten them across the 50-yard line. Of course, the defensive fumble recovery started one of the possessions inside in the red zone, but the Eagles just unable to put together a series of plays. We've seen some glimpses of a very good offense, just haven't seen it consistently here this evening, and no gain on this play. We have again, this is RC Audio Sports 2, the second RC Audio Sports channel. We had to create a channel because there will be nights when we're concurrently streaming over on the original, like tonight, the original RC Audio Sports channel. Bobby Mendez and his crew over at Memorial Stadium, the Harlandale Eagles handling the Edison Golden Bears. It's 22-0 there in the second quarter. And you skip back and forth or split your screens. We've got games going on RC Audio Sports and RC Audio Sports 2.
So fresh set of downs here, 2nd and 11. We see a little screen pass, but dropped by Michael Canizales. And he had a little bit of room there. I definitely think he wishes he could go back and redo this one.
Body language says, "Can I get?"
Yeah, can I get another shot?
Can I get another shot? Yeah, he had a nice, looked like he had a nice little blocking wall in front of him, and turned his head just before he was able to bring that ball into his control and incomplete. I think the Eagles actually on that play were quite lucky that the pass was ruled a forward pass. I thought that it might be a lateral pass, and that the Heights Mules were going to recover right there, but no, forward pass incomplete. 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 for the Eagles. Guerra sets back, looks to pass, and is getting swarmed, but he has plenty of room here. He's going to bring it up to the 25, and he is shoved out of bounds, so he's going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards, but it's not going to be a first down here. So we're going to see the punting unit come out again for the Brackenridge Eagles.
Good pocket presence there by Brackenridge Eagles. The Mules had lost contain over here on the left side. They recognized that, and a nice gain about 7 yards, but they needed 12 and not enough. The punt team back out there for the Eagles.
So a nice high punt set back to receive Trip Johnson for the Mules. That ball takes a little bit of a brack bounce, so they're going to stop that immediately. And we'll keep it right here as we see the Mules offense come out again. And man, we've seen a lot of these different Alamo Heights players get involved on the offensive side of the ball today. Michael Terry has a touchdown receiving, has a little bit of a touchdown jump pass himself. Colin Ernst, he's been on the receiving ends, ran a 54-yarder in on his own. Bennett Johnson just caught a touchdown from Terry a few minutes ago. So definitely not relying on one player here. The Alamo Heights Mules are spread out on offense and are clicking from a couple of different positions. Ernst rolls, hits Bennett Johnson, his tight end there. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. So that's going to bring up second and 5.
What a well-run play. Bennett Johnson shows block, and then he releases. And, boy, he releases into the flat. Colin Ernst rolling that way. Just a very well-designed play. I think that's just the way the X's and the O's were drawn on that whiteboard. Very well executed by the by the Mules.
Second down 5.
Had the Owls last night.
Owls, Mules, Eagles, lots of animals around here. We have 2nd and 5. Ernst sets back, has plenty of time. He's going to go long, looking for Parks. Zunker just a little bit too long, but that pass was a tiny bit shorter, a tiny bit more short. Zunker was off to the races there.
Pocket presence, just weren't able to, not able to connect on that. But how about Colin Ernst's pocket presence? He moves up. He feels a little bit of pressure from the left side. He steps up and to his right, and boy, he launches that pass just a little bit out of reach.
So 3rd and 5 here for the Mules. They're at the 47. And there is an easy touchdown run for Ernst. He is off to the races again. And that's going to be another touchdown for Colin Ernst. QB keep.
Let's take another look at that one, Haley. Quarterback keep, and the offensive line does a great job of opening it up for him. Untouched. Colin Ernst into the end zone. A second touchdown for the quarterback, for the Mules quarterback this evening.
And that was a 53-yarder to go along with his 54-yard touchdown earlier. And they're going to go for it. Linus Flores in for 2 points, and that is good. So Linus Flores not only good with the kicks, but also good on the move. So that's going to be a 2-point conversion for the Mules. That's going to put them up 29-0 here. We are going to take a quick break with them while we wait to see how the Brackenridge Eagles respond. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel, and we will be right back.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family law.
And we are back. The laser kick by the Mules, and the Eagles running back, but just swarmed from the Mules. Special teams there. Fantastic tackle by number 29, Max Bacon. And the Eagles are going to start with the ball at the 17-yard line, so still have quite a bit of ways to go.
About 5 minutes left in the second quarter. We want to remind you that RC Audio Sports, we never cut away at halftime. We are going to bring you the halftime performances for the Alamo Heights Mule Marching Band and the Brackenridge Eagle Marching Band, as well as their dance teams and color guards. RC Audio Sports will never cut away from halftime performances.
The Eagles not able to make anything happen with the run up the middle. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, so still at that same line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles.
Brackenridge Eagles not in a hurry to come out of the huddle, trying to use up as much clock as they can here, deep in their own territory. If they don't get, if they're not able to move the chains, they at least want to eat up as much clock as they possibly can.
So the snap, quick little screen throw, just barely missed there by Dominic Campos. Good throw there from Guerra, just a little bit hot, I think, for Campos. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles.
Jalen Guerra did a good job of putting that ball in a good spot, but like you said, maybe just a little hot as he turned, as Dominic Campos turned around to receive the pass. The ball was there very quickly, and with the incomplete pass, that will stop the clock here with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the 2nd quarter.
So Guerra's going to take it himself up the middle. He has space. And that's going to be forward progress. He was tackled by Ryan Stetson. But a good little run there for Guerra.
Nice little run by Guerra. It was designed that way, a quarterback draw, an empty backfield, and he finds a gap and he moves that ball upfield. About an 8-yard gain on the play. He needed 10, so the Eagle punt team back on the field.
We have Michael Terry set back to receive, so a little bit of a change there.
Ooh, what a nice punt
there. And that takes a very favorable Brack bounce. What a punt there for number 70, Leopoldo Ibarra.
About a 45-yard punt for the Eagles. Will flip the field, and the Alamo Heights Mules will start this possession from inside their 30-yard line. So good job by the Brackenridge punter.
Yeah, great punt there by Ibarra.
From their own 28.
We thank you for joining us here on RC Audio Sports 2. We want to remind you that RC Audio Sports, our original channel, is over at Memorial Stadium, where the Harlandale Indians are hosting the Edison Golden Bears. Why not split your screen? You can watch 2 14-5A D2 games at once.
A handoff up the middle. A little bit of open space there. Good run by DK Garza. Only a sophomore here on this Mules football team.
Got a lot of new numbers for Alamo Heights. Was it 13 or 16? What did they have? First teamers that graduated last year. We asked Coach Ritteman if the Mules rebuild or reload, and he said stay tuned. So I think it's starting to look a lot like reload for the Alamo Heights Mules.
So the snap, Ernst in the pocket. And that is going to be a money ball to Michael Terry, but it is broken up. So fantastic defensive coverage there by the Eagles.
Boy, Michael Terry had gotten back behind the defender. Colin Ernst put that in a good spot, but Terry just could not come up with it. The defense had something to do with that. He was chasing it down, so he was not wide open. Had something else to think about, but that was a nice pass by Colin Ernst.
And good defensive play there by number 6, Raul Martinez Zuniga, a senior on this Eagles football team. Fantastic coverage there by Raul.
3rd down and 5 for the Mules.
3rd and 5 here for the Mules. Quick handoff to Terry the third. He finds a gap up the middle, and that should be a first down here for Alamo Heights.
I like the play call there.
Be a 1st down and 10.
Michael Terry unable to bring that pass in, and Coach Ritteman goes right back to him and says, "Well, let's do it. I'm not going to do it through the air. We're going to let you do it on the ground." And Michael Terry brings up a nice first down for the Alamo Heights Mules. Like the play call. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, the Alamo Heights Mules with a commanding lead here, 29-0 as we move under 2 minutes in the first half. The Mules on the march once again.
The pitch to Terry. He sets back to pass, but is brought down.
Jacob Roberson not fooled by the pitch pass, and Michael Terry looks at downfield and really did the smartest thing to just tuck that and take the sack, because Roberson was all over the pass route.
And a great tag team there, tackled by also number 30, Ethan Kayar from the Eagles. He's, again, only a sophomore, so a young defensive member of this squad. Fantastic read there by the Eagles. So 1 minute, 5 seconds left. Clock is still ticking here. Second and long. We have 2nd and 17. And they're going to hand it, Ernst is going to keep it himself. And he's going to bring it up back to where the initial line of scrimmage was. So that should bring up a 3rd and 10. Clock still moving, 40 seconds left before halftime. Stick with us. As Coach said, we cover both bands, spirit line, dance teams, everything like that. So stick with us through halftime.
A lot of kids on campus working really hard and showing the community what they've worked for here on Friday nights, and we're so happy to bring that to you.
Ernst takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He's looking to hit Parks Zunker, and just a little long there again.
Colin Ernst, a right-hander, rolling to his left, so he had to get situated and in position to throw the pass. That pass is a little bit tougher than it looks. Had a good opportunity there, but just not able to connect. And this may be the first time that we see the Alamo Heights Mules punt team. And we are learning along with you that it's Michael Terry that's the punter. And boy, doesn't that puts a fear in a return team's scheme here. When you got Michael Terry getting the ball, and he might punt it, he might not punt it. You still have to play defense. You can't just assume that he's going to kick the ball downfield. We've got a timeout. Alamo Heights not accustomed to putting the punt team out there, and look like they have some personnel issues. You're watching high school sports, high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back after a word.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we bring you back live to the SAISD Sports Complex. The Alamo Heights Mules have called a timeout to get their punt team personnel on the field and get it done right. We'll take a look at the Brackenridge Eagles cheerleaders here on the sideline, getting ready to perform for the fans here in attendance. And it looks like the Mules have sorted out their issues and they're back in punt formation.
Set back to receive for the Brackenridge Eagles. We have number 8, Jacob Robertson, and number 2, DeAnthony Burns Freeman.
Well, here we go.
Yep, so Michael Terry's running just like we thought he would. He's going to find room, cut up the middle. He has speed, and he is going to cut around the corner and run it in for a touchdown. So 3rd touchdown tonight for Michael Terry, the 3rd. And look at that run. Terry just puts on the Jets, leaves everyone behind, and gets some more points on the board here for the Alamo Heights Mules. So it's going to be 35-0. We'll see if they go with the kick from Linus Flores or if they go for the conversion. Last time we saw Flores run it in for a 2-point conversion. The snap, the kick from Flores, and that is going to be straight through the upright. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. 36-0 for the Alamo Heights Mules. So big offensive first half for Alamo Heights. Stay with us. We're going to have all of the halftime band dance performances. You're watching high school football in the SAISD Sports Complex on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
And we bring you back to the SAISD Sports Complex on the campus of Burbank High School. Just newly renovated, brand new turf, and this is the first event that this venue is hosting. We feel privileged to be here and to bring you the game here tonight, as we always do on the JLM Real Estate Investment Halftime Show. We bring you the halftime performances of both campuses. And the visiting bands are always first. It's going to be the Alamo Heights Mules Marching Band, the Color Guard, and their dance group that'll take the field. First of all, we're going to break away here. We're going to let the PA announcer tell you what we're watching.
Please welcome the award-winning Alamo Heights Spurs dance team under the direction of Luisa Hidalgo. The 2023-2024 Spurs are led on the field by Colonel Francie Desser, Lieutenant Colonel Avi Esquerdo, and Caitlin Mason, Lieutenant Mariah Garner, and line leader Madison Ritchie. The Spurs of the week are Gianna Garcia and Jameson Cummings. The Spirit Squad member of the week is Giovanna Alonso. Now sit back and relax as the Spurs and the Mighty Mule Band twirler Piper Smith perform their routine to Salt and Pepper tune, Push It. The Mighty Mule Band would like to recognize the following members for their hard work and dedication this week. Band members of the week are Valeria Enriquez and Joseph Wilson. Color Guard member of the week is Mia Allen. Our section of the week is our battery percussion section. Tonight, the Mighty Mule Band will perform the first part of their competition marching show entitled Primary Sources. Tonight's performance features soloists Sofia Fuentes on flute, Julian Mendoza on oboe, and the saxophone quartet featuring Christopher Caprio Walker, Andy Lee, Raul Villarreal, and Andres Gonzalez.
And there you have them, the Alamo Heights Mules, a marching band, and the dance team, the color guard. They look like they are in mid-season form here, and really enjoyed that halftime performance. You are enjoying the JLM halftime show here on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the performances by the home team, Brackenridge Eagles Marching Band, and their spirit groups.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We're able, we have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
And we bring you back live to SAISD's Sports Complex, where RC Audio Sports never cuts away from halftime performances. We enjoyed the Alamo Heights Mules, and now the home team, Brackenridge Eagles Band, is going to take the field, and we're going to let you enjoy that along with us. We're going to pass this over to the PA announcer here at SAISD Sports Complex.
A round of applause. It is time for the Brackenridge Friday Night Lights halftime show. Please welcome the renowned Mighty Eagle Band to the 100-yard stage. Band member of the week is Angel Fabula Parga. Color guard member of the week is Yvette Gonzalez. Freshman of the week is Mia Johnson. Section of the week is the Low Brass. Cheers under the direction of Melissa Torres. And our cheerleader of the week is Ariel Zapata. Stunt group of the week is Sophia, Jaslyn, Ruby, and Jenna. Pep is under the direction of Sabrina Griffith. Purple star of the week is Angelica Garza. The Eaglettes are led onto the field by Major Mia Rodriguez, Lieutenant Colonel Eva Fuente, and Colonel Madison Suarez. Our Eaglette of the week is Gabriela Rivera. The Eaglettes are under the direction of Miss Sierra Savage. Tonight they'll be performing a jazz routine to Uptown Funk. Eagle Band will now perform scenes from this year's show entitled Ritual. Let's give it up for the Mighty Eagle Band! The Mighty Eagle Band is under the direction of head band director Tim Braden and assistant band directors Byron Walters, Jason Smith, and Joseph Mendio. Color guard is under the direction of Nicole Salaminde and Christopher Robledo. Principal of Brackenridge High School is Naomi Davila, and superintendent is Jaime Aquino. Thank you for your attention this evening, and go, Eagles, go!
Go Eagles, go indeed. We've enjoyed both of the performances from the visiting Alamo Heights Mules Spirit Groups and the Brackenridge High School Eagles as well. This is a JLM halftime show. You're watching high school sports, high school band, high school color guard, high school dance team on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
And we bring you back here to the SAISD, the newly renovated SAISD sports complex on the campus of Burbank High School. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Haley Wilson, who's been giving you some excellent play-by-play here in the first half. Cesar Mendez and Dylan Organ doing the camera work here tonight. Haley, any thoughts on the first half of play?
Yeah, first half was dominated by Alamo Heights. Had touchdowns, multiple from Michael Terry III. Colin Ernst had a 54 and a 53-yard run. Had a touchdown for Bennett Johnson, one of the tight ends for the Mules. So it's been all Mules all the time to start here in the first half. Coach, I think the key to the second half for the Eagles, obviously, it's to score. They need to get points on the board, but they've got to find a way to stop these massive offensive plays. For the Mules, it's going to be hard for them to kind of stay in this game if they keep giving up some of those big touchdown runs that they've given up so far.
You know, you just can't deny that the Alamo Heights Mules are just prohibitive favorites to repeat as district champions. You don't expect any of the teams on their schedule to concede the game, but they are a formidable opponent, and the Brackenridge Eagles have the misfortune of opening up, or maybe it's the good fortune of opening up district play against the Alamo Heights Mules. There's a lot of things that Coach Manning is still wants to. He still wants to compete in this ball game. He's going to learn a lot. He was a late hire. He came in spring. He's going to learn a lot about this squad here tonight and how they perform in the face of adversity and how they compete. And so that's going to lay the foundation for this team as it goes through the remaining 8 games of the district schedule. 10 teams in 14-5 AD2, 9 district ball games. So that's why we've got a district ball game in the second week of the season. The Brackenridge Eagles playing the prohibitive favorites, Alamo Heights Mules, and we'll see. We'll see if they can come out in the second half and just compete.
And we had the chance to speak with Coach Manning before for everyone that was tuned in to our Martinez and Associates pregame show. But we had the chance to speak with Coach Manning before and said, hey, you're going up against the district champs. How do you prep? And he said, we worry about us. We don't worry about who we're playing. We don't worry about the other side of the field. We focus on us and what we do right and the things that we can control. And so I love that mindset and that piece from Coach Manning. He said it doesn't matter if we're playing Alamo Heights or Sam Houston. We focus on what we can do right and what we can do to win football games. So we'll see if they, are able to fine-tune things up halftime. At halftime, hopefully slow down this Mules offense. And then they're able to get some offense going. So far, Brackenridge has really been led by Jalen Guerra, who's had some runs and is doing his best at quarterback. And then we have Elias Gonzalez Tiarina as we see those Mules headed back out. But it's mainly been led by those two on offense for the Eagles. And so we'll see if they're able to get some other folks involved or if Gonzalez Tiarina and Guerra are able to kind of get things going. But if you recall, Brackenridge did receive the football to start the game, so they're going to be kicking off here. Alamo Heights going to have the chance to get their offense lit up again. And number 70, Leopoldo Ibarra, who had some fantastic kicks and punts in the first half, is going to kick things off for the Brackenridge Eagles.
And Haley, if I may opine here, Coach Manning is going to learn a lot about his squad, but the squad is going to learn a lot about Coach Manning as well. Coach Manning was telling us before the game started about how he had to fill a complete staff here. It was a late hire. It was a tough job, but he feels like he's assembled a great team. And so there'll be a lot of learning about each other here. How the staff faces adversity, how the squad faces adversity. This will be an interesting second half for the Brackenridge Eagles.
So a nice long kick there again for Ibarra. That's going to be caught by Trip Johnson, who has the Jets. He's all the way up to the 50, to the 40, and Trip Johnson, it just runs out of bounds, but he is fast. It looked like he was potentially going to pitch it to Parks Zunker back here towards the 30-yard line where there is a flag. So this one might be coming back a little bit. We'll see. It looks like the linesmen are moving their chains back a bit.
He caught that kickoff on a dead run. Personal foul on the return. It looks like a helmet contact. And not spearing, but using the helmet to block there, and that's going to nullify a big gain. They're going to mark it off from the 30-yard line. I believe that's a 15-yard penalty, or half the distance. Either way, will set the Alamo Heights Mules at the 15-yard line as they start their first possession of the second half. So here we go, Haley, play-by-play, doing a great job.
So that run by Trip Johnson scratched. Alamo Heights going to take over at the 15. But great speed there for Johnson nonetheless. He's only a sophomore and it's getting some valuable snaps here on this varsity Mules football team. And we have Colin Ernst back in at quarterback for the Mules. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half. He can run. Dual threat QB here for the Mules. And there he goes, runs, takes it up the middle. He has room, and he's putting on the jets. Hits the stiff arm on the Eagles. That's going to be a QB keep, and that's going to be a first down.
You know, my takeaway on Colin Ernst here watching him play this evening, Haley, is that he's a runner that can run in traffic. He can run in a crowd and evade tackles. You know, a lot of times it's real exciting to see somebody out in space and to, you know, break somebody's ankles out here in space. But Colin Ernst, he's got the ability to run in a defensive crowd. I like that.
And Ernst definitely doesn't get frazzled. He's great under pressure, decides to use his legs when he has gaps, and has picked up a lot of yards here for the Mules as we see the handoff here. Another big touchdown run. Plenty of open field here for the Mules. That's going to be a touchdown for number 21, Patrick Ariga. And that's going to be a touchdown for Alamo Heights. So it only takes them about 34 seconds here to score to get this second half started. So this is going to bring out Linus Flores here, who has been perfect so far. Coach Ritteman bragged about him a lot in the pregame show. We see the snap, the kick. Flores stays perfect. And so that's going to bring the score to 43 to zip. So we'll take a quick break here. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
And we are back here. Alamo Heights just scored yet again. Nice touchdown for number 21, Patrick Ariga. He is a junior on this Mules football team. So we're seeing spots of brightness all over the field here for the Mules offense. They're going to kick things off, give Brackenridge the chance to score here. But electric play so far for the Alamo Heights Mules, led by number 10, quarterback, senior Colin Ernst. So the kick, great kick there. That's going to squib out right at the 2-yard line. So could not ask for a better kick for the Mules. Again, Linus Flores just dominating.
On a kickoff, however, kicking out of bounds is an illegal procedure penalty. So you get the
30.
That's right. You get the choice of either getting the ball where it went out of bounds or at the 30-yard line. And of course, a no-brainer there. The Eagles will opt to take it at the 30, and they'll start this possession from there.
So the Eagles just were huddled around Coach Manning. We'll see what tweaks and adjustments they were able to make at halftime. We've seen some spurts of electricity and energy from this offense so far. Just haven't been able to string it all together quite yet. So we'll see what Coach Manning told Guerra and his offense here at halftime. As we get a quick little pass complete to Dominic Campos. So immediate connection there from Guerra to Campos.
We saw the Eagles try this play in the first half. Coach Manning coming back to, and this time a nice little connection. It's a timing pass, so as soon as the receiver turns around, the ball is there. This time not quite as hot as he threw it the first half, and nice little connection, nice play for the Eagles.
Campos was there, picked up 4. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 at the 34. And that's going to be a sack there for Alamo Heights. Guerra was looking long, but didn't seem to find anyone downfield. So that's going to bring the Eagles back to 3rd and 11 or 12 here.
The Alamo Heights Mules off a thrilling victory against Seguin Matadors in the first game of the season. Avenged a thriller from 2022 that they dropped, and beating the Matadors in week 1.
So we see a little run there for Guerra, but not going to be enough to convert on the first down. He's going to get to right around the 34-yard line again. So we are seeing the punting squad coming out for the Eagles.
A testament to the speed on the defensive side of the ball for Alamo Heights. You see it open up, and it looks like you've got some room to run. But boy, those holes close in a hurry. The pursuit is excellent here by the Mules.
Yeah, very quick, strong defense by the Mules. High kick, but the punt looks like it may have been tipped, and it's recovered quickly by Brack. Smart play there by number 21, Omar Padilla, who was able to pick up that ball out of the air. So before it rolls back into Brack territory. So got to be fresh set of downs, decent field position for the Mules. Ball at the 46.
Field position has not been a factor for the Mules. They are a big play offense, and they've certainly shown the ability to score a touchdown from anywhere on the field. So, of course, you like to back up a team as much as you can, but it has not been a problem for the Mules to move the ball.
Yeah, in fact, the Mules have scored multiple times with 50-plus yard drives, had 2 from Ernst and 1 from Michael Terry to bring us right into halftime. So, true there, Coach, it doesn't really seem to matter where they're at. They find a way to score.
I think we've got a new quarterback in there, Haley.
We do. 15. We have a new quarterback in for the Mules, number 15, Robert Mickler. He's a junior.
A lot of sophomores and juniors. I hear you calling out a lot of underclassmen here on the squad. Again, we talked about the Mules being a very senior-dominant team last year. And, for the younger guys, graduation is not a bad thing because they get an opportunity to shine. And I hear you calling out a lot of sophomores and juniors making plays here for the Mules. Might be one of the reasons that Coach Ritterman said he wasn't sure who was going to stand out.
and it's been true so far. His sentiment has been spot on so far. As we see Mickler in here at QB, we see the handoff to DK Garza. He's open, Jets. He's down to the 10, and he is way in. So there we go. Those big plays yet again for the Mules. That's going to be a touchdown for number 34, a sophomore, DK Garza.
Coach Ritterman may not have guessed that DK Garza was going to have a big game, and he certainly has. And that again, testament to the depth of this Mules team. You can go a little deeper in your depth chart and still putting out those plays. I didn't see a flag, Haley, but
everyone's moving
back.
So I think we missed the flag on the field.
Let's listen in on the. As he tucks away the flag here, he's going to let us know.
Hey, no, I want to be number 2. No, I actually wanted to be 22 or 2. I want to be 22. You be 22. All right, look.
They don't have the official mic'd up, so I'm not sure exactly what the touchdown's going to stand. It may have been a celebration. I didn't see unsportsmanlike. A celebration is an unsportsmanlike signal, but the touchdown is going to stand. The penalty was against Alamo Heights, so that would I would guess that was some type of a dead ball play after the touchdown, and perhaps we'll see the penalty assessed at the kickoff. The extra point looks like it's good, and that's going to make it an even 50 for the Mules. Here is in the middle of the third quarter. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce the anxiety and stress of the situation through caring, understanding, and clear communication. In San Antonio, call the law offices of Carlos Quezada at 210-606-6568 or visit us in person at 2823 East South Cross Boulevard.
And we bring you back to live action just as the ball is kicked off. The penalty was a dead ball foul. It looks like the Alamo Heights are motioning a fumble here, and the officials are agreeing with them. Number 36 comes out of the pile with the ball, Thomas Gutierrez. So, oh my goodness, the penalty was assessed against the Mules. They're having to kick from deep within their territory, but the end result of this play is a fumble and a recovery for the Mules, and they'll start just outside the red zone. You're watching high school. Well, let's keep it right here. I thought we had a downed Eagle, but he's up and jogging back to the sideline. So we're going to keep it. We'll keep it right here. After all, the Alamo Heights Mules, after that fumble, will take possession deep in the Brackenridge Eagles territory at the 21-yard line. Will be their first snap for this possession. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The Alamo Heights. The Alamo Heights 50 points. We were at Alamo Stadium yesterday. The McCollum Cowboys also scored in the 50s last night. So some explosive teams that we have in 14-5 AD2. We're just getting started. We're excited about bringing the season to you.
That play was led there by number 22, a captain for the Mules, Will Broderick. As we see the floater touchdown. And that is good. What a throw there by Robert Mickler Jr. to number 8. It looked like, I'm trying to get a confirmation, it is number 8, Hunt Conger, also a junior. So just again, junior stars here, everyone getting a chance for the Mules to get on the scoreboard, to get in-game reps, to get varsity snaps. And what an exciting time if you are a fan of this Mules football team.
The Alamo Heights Mules Palm Squad celebrating after the touchdown, and the Mules looking to convert the extra point. Over on the sideline here, the Eagle trying to get his Brackenridge faithful back into the ballgame, building some relationships with some young Eagles here in the bleachers.
It looks like we're going to have a new kicker in here for the Mules. And the extra point attempt is going to be good. That kick was made by number 86, Anderson Bogus. And so that's going to bring the score to 57-0. Alamo Heights still cruising on offense. Stick with us here. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back after this break.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
And we are back here. Alamo Heights just destroying things on offense, doing a really great job. Even have some different juniors, sophomores in on the team. Everyone's getting a shot here tonight as the Mules are up 57-0. And we're about to see the kickoff here from Henry Bruton, Jr. here on the Mules. And it looks like we're going to bring this back. I think that was a result of the kick earlier in the game, Coach.
A dead ball penalty again after the score. Perhaps it was a celebration. Unsportsmanlike conduct is a call. So the Mules, once again, last time they were here, kicked it off and recovered a fumble. So not necessarily a bad thing for Alamo Heights. 57-0 is the score. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
A laser of a kick. Ball's lost, but regained there by number 8 for the Eagles. That's going to be Jacob Robertson.
Haley, we'll be RC Audio Sports 2, this channel right here that is bringing you this game on YouTube. Will bring you every game that is hosted here at the San Antonio Sports Complex, San Antonio ISD Sports Complex, the beautifully renovated complex. We're thrilled to be a part of its first year after renovation and expect any game that is hosted here at the SAISD Sports Complex to be brought to you on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. So make sure that you visit us, or while you're visiting us right now, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell. It'll give you an alert. You'll never miss any time that we go live. We will be bringing you 14-5A D2 games anytime that they are hosted at SAISD Sports Complex.
So the handoff for the Eagles, and that's going to be a good little run there by number 34, Darius Hernandez, just a sophomore here for Brackenridge. So great little 8-yard run for Brackenridge. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Good look by Hernandez. Guerra still in at quarterback here for the Eagles. And another handoff there to Hernandez, who's going to pick up at least another yard or so.
All right, we've got cameras. Yes, we do. Dylan Organ and Cesar Mendez zooming in on the cameras across the field. We've got cameras. Yes, we do. We've got cameras. How about you?
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 here for the Eagles, putting together a good little drive.
Cesar Mendez and Dylan Organ handling the cameras here for our first game from the SAISD Sports Complex. We were scheduled to host a game last week.
Good run, just a little long there. Guerra was looking for Jacob Robertson, a senior. Almost was able to hit him in stride.
We were scheduled to call the game last week, Southwest Legacy and Burbank, but the field just not ready to go. It was a week late, and we had a Saturday morning football game to bring to you from Alamo Stadium. The Burbank Bulldogs won that one. That was a non-district contest against Southwest Legacy Titans.
So we're going to see the Eagles go for it here, 4th and 2. So, or maybe they're not. Well, there's no one set back to receive for the Mules. That's going to be a high snap. No, and it's going to be a fake. And we'll see Gonzalez. Chirina didn't really have anywhere to go. The Mules picked him up very quickly on defense.
I'm not sure that was a designed fake, Ailey. A little conversation here on the sideline, but You know, the punter really didn't have anywhere to go. There was, as you said, the Mules, nobody back to return. All 11 up here on the line of scrimmage. They were coming after that punt, and they got here in a hurry. The snap wasn't the sharpest snap. Took a little time to get to the punter, and well, he just had to scramble for a yard or two, but not even close to bringing that first down. The ball goes over on downs, and the Mules will take possession in Brackenridge Eagle territory. They'll need their 11th man. They're trying to play defense with 10. And not something that you want to do against the Mules.
And we have another new quarterback in here for the Mules, number 16, Brady Pena. A junior on this team. And the handoff, Mules going open in the corner. And that's going to be a great little run there by number 38, Aiden Villarreal. Fantastic handoff there from Pena to Villarreal. He's going to get all the way down to the 12, it looks like. Or excuse me, to the 11. So big first down there for the Mules. Villarreal lined up again in the backfield with Pena. And Villarreal, he has room, carves his way up the middle, right in for the touchdown. So easy work there for Villarreal.
Carves is a perfect verb, Haley, as he again gave left and right, running in traffic very well, getting into the end zone. The Mules in the 60s now. We're in the third quarter, 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. The Mules out to convert a PAT.
And Anderson Bogus kicking again for the Mules. Lefty kicker, so a little bit of a different look. Low snap. Ernst is going to have to take it. He rolls, throws wide open, finds number 44, Lauren Christensen, for the 2-point conversion, and definitely wasn't a designed play for the Mules, but just good field awareness there by Ernst to find Christensen, a senior defensive lineman, for the touchdown. So that's going to bring us to 65 to 0. We'll take a very quick break. You're watching high school football here on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back.
Y'all gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are back here in the third quarter at the beautiful, new, renovated SAISD Sports Complex here at the football field, where we are going to...
It's like a touchback.
Get a touchback. And the Mules have just been crushing it on offense. Just had a touchdown handoff from Brady Pena, a junior quarterback who's in getting some snaps, into a senior running back, Aiden Villarreal. So getting some different Mules in on offense. And, you know, it's funny, we shouldn't be surprised. We spoke with Coach Ron Ritteman before the game today, and he told us, hey, there's not going to be one specific player to watch. All my guys, someone different is going to do something every single night. So that's held true. Ritteman clearly knows his team. As we see the Brackenridge Eagles here continue to try to get something going on offense. So Guerra in. We saw him get Darius Hernandez a couple of different snaps in the last offensive possession. Guerra was looking for Dominic Campos there. Looked like just a little misalignment on the specific route Campos was running. So this is going to bring up second down. Eagles taking their time. They're receiving those play calls directly from the sideline. As Coach said, running a little bit of a hybrid offense, if you will.
Arlington Indians over at Memorial Stadium. Bobby Mendez on RC Audio Sports, our original channel. The Indians handling business, taking care of business. 50-0 is the score over at Memorial Stadium. The Indians in the fourth quarter now and handling the Edison Golden Bears easily in their district opener at Memorial Stadium. We've got two channels now so that we can stream concurrently, RC Audio Sports and RC Audio Sports 2. Make sure that you subscribe to both of them. And we're going to bring you a lot of football from 14.5 AD2 in a couple of weeks. Not this Tuesday, but next. We'll also be bringing you Tuesday night volleyball every Tuesday night from District 28-5A. So all kinds of sports events that we're bringing you. It'd be a good idea to subscribe to the channel you're watching right now, RC Audio Sports 2 and RC Audio Sports. As we watch the Eagles unable to connect on that slant in. Haley, we were talking to Coach Ritteman before the game. Coach Ritteman is he was a force behind this concept of the Peanut Butter Bowl. It started off as one game, and now teams around the San Antonio area and South Texas, all over Texas really, but it's a South Texas San Antonio thing. It's where it's growing from, and a lot of many, I think he said 50-something schools now are taking part in it, and they asked their communities to contribute a jar of peanut butter for food banks, and the whole idea behind it is to raise awareness of food insecurity that too many of our neighbors have to deal with. And it was an idea that Coach Ritteman had a long time ago, and it's really grown. I saw all kinds of banners for teams all over San Antonio and South Texas doing that on week one, and I think it's a great thing. We should always be aware that we should always be aware of the food insecurity that some of our neighbors are having to deal with.
Yeah, and Coach Ritteman said that the numbers aren't tallied quite yet, but he believes that this year they actually set the record for the amount of jars donated. And again, I think it's an ongoing thing that we're going to see for the rest of the season. But great to see the teams that we cover here giving back. We're going to take a quick break before we give you the fourth quarter action. You're watching High School Sports here on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we are back here. You can see the Alamo Heights Spirit Line, the band, the cheers team. Everyone's still in this game. Now that the sun is set, it's not nearly as hot. The Alamo Heights, all their fans and their spirit sections were in the direct sunlight just a couple of hours ago, so I bet they're excited that we're back to the Friday night lights. And we see the QB run here for Brady Pena. He has room to the 40, and he is tackled from behind. Good tackle there by number 26, Nathaniel Garza Jr. for the Brackenridge Eagles.
Football fields have to orient. It's very rare to see a football field that's oriented east and west. You've got to orient your fields north and south so that you're not throwing into the sun, or catching a ball into the sun. So you'll see football fields oriented north and south. So somebody's got to have those east bleachers. It's just conventional wisdom that's going to be your visiting side over there, and the home. You're going to let your home crowd benefit from the shade that the west side bleachers gives. But that's just a quick advantage as you're drawing up a football field, you're drawing up designs. You got an architect saying, well, it's just a no-brainer. That's visitors over there. They're going to be in the sun for about 2 hours more than we are.
Exactly. So there was, I believe, a holding call on that last play, which is why we see the ball brought back here to 1st and 10. Looked like a little movement early, but didn't matter. That pass, no good. Brady Pena was looking for Kingston Kennan, a junior on the team. So a lot of juniors in getting those reps here for the Mules. And, you know, we talked again with Coach Ritteman before. Yes, they graduated a lot of seniors, but I would imagine, you know, last year they went undefeated. I would assume that they had a good amount of games where, you know, everyone on the team was able to get some good reps. So, yeah, although you do lose a good bit of first-team players, these guys have been getting reps since last year, so this isn't brand new to them. This isn't their first year at varsity. They've been getting some good practice in over the last couple of years. Pena escapes. He's going to pick up the first down and then some, all the way to right around the 40-yard line. And Coach, whether it's Pena, whether it's Robert Mickler, or whether it's Colin Ernst, all of these Mules quarterbacks can run.
86, Anderson and Bogus making it a little bit easier to run. Certainly the Mules have their share of speedsters that carry the ball, but a nice stable of blockers as well. Anderson Bogus just locked up with his defender, just drove him downfield as Pena made his way up the field behind him. So 1st and 10 in the Brackenridge Eagles territory. The Alamo Heights community, a proud community, and competitive in all the sports. You can expect them to be competitive year in and year out.
Pena with another run. He's going to work his way just right out of bounds. There is a flag on the play, though, right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, the referee tells us, so that'll notify the gain. Holding is marked off from the point of the infraction. So if you hold 7 yards downfield, you mark it back 10. And so it's not going to be it won't be 1st and 20. It's going to be 1st and 14 here. We'll be back on RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel tomorrow night. It's Jefferson and Lanier going to open up their district season on a Saturday night here at SAISD Sports Complex. So join us again tomorrow night, Jefferson and Lanier. That'll be, we expect that one to be a hard-fought game. Jefferson and Lanier early, you can't call anybody a bubble team before the district season has started, but you know, two teams that were on the outside last year did not qualify for the playoffs. I'm not sure that there's enough room for both squads to in the top 4. So it's a big game here. It's almost is as close to a must-win situation that you can have in the opening game. It's kind of hard for me to. Flags on the play there. It's kind of hard for me to say those words, but it is indeed. I mean, you just. Jefferson and Lanier, you don't expect both of them to find their way into the top 4. So it's just a very important game for those squads. You've almost a must-win situation in the first game in the district opener. Jefferson and Lanier tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here at SAISD Sports Complex, and the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel will bring it to you. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Haley Wilson. Haley always does a great job with play-by-play. I try to elaborate on her call the best that I can, but Haley, you always enjoy. It's always a pleasure to call a game with you.
Thank you. And we have a couple of flags here on the field. So at first, we definitely had a false start. Looked like it was on number 22, Christian Ramirez of the Brackenridge Eagles. But we just had another one. It looked like, let's see.
And sportsmanlike conduct is the call against the Brackenridge Eagles. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, and it looked like it might have been something like that because there was no action. But maybe one of the Eagles was expressing some frustration while they were spotting the ball. And that's going to move the chains for the Mules, which again, for the Eagles, definitely can't afford to give up more yards. But
Emotions can get away from you here in a game like this.
Pena is going to take it himself. He's going to cut around the corner, and he just runs right out of bounds. And we're going to get a late hit. Refs wanting to get all involved right now. I think that was going to be a late hit on quarterback Brady Pena. I think they'll call that on Oscar Pena. We'll see the referee in there.
Yeah, he's in the huddle visiting with both squads again, reminding the teams keep their emotions in check. Sometimes the game can get away from you, and it's certainly a frustrating start for the Brackenridge Eagles. But again, this is sports and athletics is a part of the educational process, and it's valuable in the lessons that you can learn. A personal foul, as you called it, Haley, hit out of bounds, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal. But again, this is very much a learning process as anything that happens in a classroom, and the Eagles will go home and learn some lessons from this game.
And football is such a physical sport that you definitely don't want any unsportsmanlike conduct to get anyone injured. It's a unique sport in that regard, as the Mules try to score, but we get a nice solid tackle there by Jacob Robertson. Definitely don't want to get anyone injured this early in the season with late hits out of bounds, anything like that. So smart by our referee crew here tonight to just say, hey, let's just finish this game. We can all take our lessons away, and we can all go home at the end of the day.
Well, you gave me a window of opportunity here as your emotions can get away from you on a football field, on a softball field as well.
Yeah. I know too much about that one. I know too much about that.
Haley was an outstanding softball player at Trinity University, and intense to say the least. And we always like to remind her of that.
Low snap, and the Mules just have to jump on top of it. But quick play there by number 80 on the Brackenridge Eagles, Caleb Aguirre. Was all over that loose ball. Mules are going to maintain possession, but a little bit of a swarm there by the Brackenridge Eagles to cause some fluster for the Mules.
Haley, we've got 6 minutes left to play. It's time to start thinking about players of the game. And what a dilemma! I'm going to go fast forward on Coach Ritteman. It's going to be hard for us to call somebody out as player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many options for the Mules for the offensive player of the game. We've had, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players score touchdowns so far, and we still have about 6 minutes to go. And of course, the defense. I mean, look at the scoreboard. They've posted up a shutout so far. So fantastic effort across the board. I know I've seen some big hits from number 22, Will Broderick, who's a captain for the Mules, but got plenty of options on both sides of the ball. And again, that's exactly what Coach Ritteman told us was going to happen before the game today.
As we progress through the season, RC Audio Sports is committed to naming an offensive player of the game and a defensive player of the game. Sometimes it's a little hard to do. Defense is such a team effort. It's hard to point out just the one guy, especially in a shutout like this.
And we see the handoff and the score, the touchdown. Another one in there for a running back, a senior, Aiden Villarreal. That's his second touchdown here of the night. Great handoff again from Brady Pena. So we're going to get another touchdown. We'll get the kicking squad out here. We'll see if Anderson Bogus keeps kicking for the Mules. It looks like that will be the case. So Mules Mules into the 70s here. We'll see if Bogus puts it to the uprights or if they run a 2-point conversion. They've done a couple of those tonight. I think some intentionally and some potentially on accident as well. We'll see the snap, the kick, and the kick is good right through the uprights. So that's going to bring us to 72-0. We have just about under 5 minutes left here tonight in tonight's SAISD matchup. Stick with us here on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back.
Introducing a new era in real estate investment. The JLM Real Estate Investment Team offers fast, simple solutions for distressed properties. Perhaps you've inherited a troubled property, or you've fallen behind on payments, or you just don't have time to hassle with repairs. The JLM approach is built on ethics, understanding, and empathy. Jacob and Lisette Martinez promise you a hassle-free experience. Call them today.
And we are back here at the brand new renovated SAISD Sports Complex for the first district matchup of the year. Brackenridge Eagles hosting the Alamo Heights Mules, but Mules have been in control of this one so far. They are up big. Still have a handful of minutes left here to go in the fourth quarter, but has been all Mules all the time so far. Again, touchdowns from several different players. Brackenridge doing everything they can to slow down the Mules here. But there isn't much slowing down for this team. Went undefeated in district play 9-0 last year, and looks like they have lost absolutely zero momentum despite losing 13 of their all-district players. So Alamo Heights is going to kick off. We're going to see the return by number 88 for the Eagles. That's going to be Michael Canizales, but he is just wrapped up by the Mules. They give him nothing. So the Brackenridge Eagles going to start with the ball right at the 20-yard line.
Well, if you are enjoying this game along with us in RC Audio Sports 2, we can be swayed by a comment. So feel free to come on in there if you feel like you've got an idea of who is the defensive player of the game for the Alamo Heights Mules, offensive player of the game. Let us know what you think. And we've been known to be swayed by a comment or two. Thank you for following us.
We love the feedback.
We love the feedback. Thank you for watching this video stream. And again, we invite you to follow us on social media. We've got a Facebook page and an Instagram page, a Twitter or X or whatever you call it page, and of course this YouTube channel. Hey, I've got a beef to pick on with Twitter. It's X, right?
It's X now, I think.
But it's still twitter.com. The URL is still twitter.com. So what the heck? It's Twitter to me.
Yeah, I call it Twitter as well, Twitter/X. But follow us on all platforms. We try to, as best we can, at least give several updates throughout all the different games that we cover. Now that we're doing a couple of different games at once, that isn't always possible, but we try our absolute best to give you real-time updates there, and also post, highlights, defensive players of the game, let you know what games we're covering for the week, and just try to cover San Antonio sports, high school sports as a whole.
We appreciate SAISD bringing us on to their team and inviting us to stream the games here from SAISD Complex. There's so many good things going on in San Antonio ISD, and we are happy to shine the light on the things that we can see on the athletics field, courts, tracks.
So, little run there by number 32, Lucian Balez for the Brackenridge Eagles. He was one of the captains for this for the Eagles football team tonight.
All right, we've got in code here. It looks like Legacy 641. Telling us thank you for streaming the games. Thank you for following, and thank you for watching with us. Help us spread the word. This is it's our pleasure, and we're happy to do it. Week 2 of the football season, week 1 of the 14-5A D2 season, and we expect to we expect to see a lot of great football this season. Volleyball, a week from Tuesday, starts our Tuesday night volleyball streams as well. We follow 28-5A, and we will choose the best game that is being played on a Tuesday night. And we hope to bring you a bunch of there's just so much good volleyball in 28-5A. Medina Valley, Harlandale, two-time defending district champion, of course. I guess that should be our first mention. And Southwest is just really looking good this year. They're legit. They've already won 20 games, have not just getting out of 20 matches. They're just getting out of the tournament phase of the season. And I think Southwest is legit. Medina Valley is going to field a great team. South San's going to field a great team. McCullum is on the comeback. And I think they will contend. We've got a deep snap. It's going to be trouble for the Eagles. And that recovered by the Eagles and run out of the end zone. So that'll be a safety and give the Alamo Heights Mules a couple of more points on that safety. But again, a week from Tuesday, it'll be volleyball tonight. It's football. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. We'll be back after a word from one of our wonderful sponsors.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. Readapting historical sites takes a little longer, but Brooks is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for their future.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light.
And we are back here. We're just under a minute to play at SAISD Sports Complex. We see the super, super high punt, and there's a receive, and I lost the ball, and we are going to see it run all the way back for a touchdown. I completely lost the ball, but that's going to be a touchdown there for number 81, Clay Prevost. So yet another mule that's getting in on the scoring action before the game is over.
I had a reverse back here at the kickoff. The return man exchanged the ball. I had a reverse, and 81 for Alamo Heights, as you called it. Haley Clay Prevost gets himself on the stat sheet with a touchdown. And as the clock winds down here.
So we'll see if the Mules are able to get the kick in on time. And they are. And it is up and it is good. And so that will do it for tonight. A big victory, opening statement victory by Alamo Heights. They defeat the Brackenridge Eagles here at the SAISD Sports Complex 81-0. We're going to take a really quick break before we come back and give you who we think our player of the game is on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Alamo Heights. Stick with us for a few minutes. We will be right back on RC Audio Sports.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we are back here at SAISD Sports Complex. Alamo Heights just defeated the Brackenridge Eagles 81-0. Big opening statement victory for Alamo Heights. We talked to Coach Ritteman before the game, and he said, yep, a lot of my guys are going to get involved. I can't tell you who's going to be great tonight, and his statement held true, Coach. A lot of his players were great. I'm not exaggerating when I say we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different players score for the Alamo Heights Mules. Some of those players with multiple touchdowns. Colin Ernst had 2. Michael Terry had 3. Aiden Villarreal actually came in off of the bench and had 2 himself here in the second half. So, Coach, figuring out who's going to be the player of the game is going to be a little bit hard. But, I mean, we've got to go, in my opinion, with Michael Terry III. He was part of 3 touchdowns tonight.
Far be it from me to argue with your opinion, Haley. Michael Terry, one of several outstanding players here tonight, but we will award our RC Audio Sports Offensive Player of the Game to Michael Terry. 3 scores. He had 124 yards rushing as well. He on 7 carries, 2 rushing TDs. He had 1 receiving TD, 3 touchdowns for the night. So Michael Terry is our offensive player of the game.
And for our defensive player of the game, Coach, I mean, again, like you say, defense in football, especially, is such a team effort. There weren't any, big interceptions or fumbles today, so it makes it a little bit harder to pick out one specific individual. But my vote for our defensive player of the game for the Mules is number 22, Will Broderick. He had some massive tackles, especially on, I believe, some of the different punt and kickoff returns. Fun fact, he was offered to play at Trinity University, so maybe I'll have something in common with him soon. But I think Will Broderick's going to get our first here at SAISD. RC Audio Sports Defensive Player of the Game.
Well, Broderick, it was. I enjoyed your play-by-play tonight, Haley, as I always do, and I heard you call his name several times. It seemed like every time that I looked up from the controls, he was in the mix. And indeed, let's say congratulations to Michael Terry, Will Broderick, our offensive and defensive players of the game, respectfully here after tonight's action. Congratulations to the Alamo Heights Mules on this victory. And thank you for sticking with us tonight. We'll be back on RC Audio Sports 2 tomorrow here from SAISD Sports Complex. It'll be Jefferson and Lanier, and we will be thrilled to bring you that game as well. This is Robert Villafranca. I try to elaborate on Haley's excellent play-by-play calling. Cesar Mendez, Dylan Organ handling the camera work tonight, and we appreciate them always. Thank you again for joining our video stream. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.